What's up YouTube, it's your boy Twine Big A and Twine We're back at it again with another video. And we're back with our favorite space movie, Shiny Armor Guy, Baby Yoda show review. So, watched the episode last night after I got off work. And I've got to say, it was another banger. It was another banger. I don't think they've missed yet this season. And it's leading off to a absolute banger of a finale, and then I think season 3 is going to be even better, which is crazy. The show just keeps getting better. But let's dive on into a quick high-level summary of the show. So starts off with Mando and the gang pulling up on Mr. Clean from season 1. So yeah, Mr. Clean's out there, you know, he's working, and Prison Robo Mans comes up, and he's just basically like, prison number 3124287, whatever, go. And so they spring Mr. Clean and take him off on their mission to get the coordinates for Moff Gideon Space Meth Lab. So they basically show up. They have a plan, and this is Mando, Mr. Clean, his friend, the girl that's in the New Republic now. I can't believe I'm forgetting her name. And then Boba and Faye's sniper lady, and they're trying to infiltrate an Imperial base so they can get to a terminal to download the coordinates for Moff Gideon Space Med Lab. So they're there. They've got to figure out a way to get in, since it is pretty heavily armed, and if they're recognized, you know, they'd show up, and it would just be bad. It would be bad. They'd be down bad, down horrendous. So Mando and Mr. Clean are the only ones that can go in. So they have to hijack this transport from some stormtroopers. But Mando breaks his little code. He takes off all the Beskar, all his drip. He just takes it off, and he puts on that stormtrooper gear. So we see Mando kind of bending his rules and his morals, because he's got to get it done, you know, hashtag whatever it takes for Baby Yoda, future Sith Lord Baby Yoda. And from there, they basically hijack this transport. It's some sort of highly volatile material that, you know, Moff Gideon's harvesting for his meth lab. It's used for the production there, and you know, it's going pretty smoothly. They're delivering. When they start hearing all the other stormtroopers transports getting blown up, and all of a sudden, all these aren't level 1 noobs. These pirates, they're probably like level 5 or level 10 noobs, but they might be level 1 because Mando handled them all. Pretty much, he's fighting them off. They're trying to blow up the material that's in the transport. So Mando's pretty much having to fight them off all on his own. We think he fends them off, and then more show up. That's the thing about these level 1 to level 10 noobs, is that they have numbers. They don't have any skills, but they have numbers. And for the first time ever, the Empire and the Stormtroopers actually do something. They pull up with the TIE fighters, and they blow up the pirates, and Mando and Mr. Clean make it to the Imperial base, and everyone is pretty much celebrating them, because they fought off the pirates, and they made the only successful delivery. So they're there, and they spot the terminal that they need, but Mr. Clean doesn't want to go in the room because his old Imperial general is there, and he thinks he might recognize him, which he doesn't. And so Mando is like, fine, I'll go to the terminal. And Mr. Clean tells him, bro, you gotta it needs a face scan. It needs that face ID. And so from there, Mando's like, whatever, I'll do it. And he's standing at the terminal with his stormtrooper mask on, and it's scanning, and it needs the face ID, so it starts making noises like, hey bud, you've got 5 seconds to go ahead and do the face scan. And before we go on, you guys have 5 seconds to go ahead and subscribe. This is the 5-second subscribe challenge. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, so Mando did it. He did the face scan, and you all completed the 5-second subscribe challenge, and he got the information. But the general comes up to him and he's like, "Trooper, what are you doing? And what's your trooper number?" And of course, Mando doesn't know any of that. But Mr. Clean shows up and he's like, "No, this is my whatever superior," and he goes by Brown Eyes, and you think that the general's like really gonna be onto them, but eventually he's just like, "You all were the only two to deliver the thing. Like, let's go get drinks." And they're just chatting. They're just chatting with Mr. General Mans at a table, and all of a sudden, Mr. Clean kind of gets aggravated. And he's just like he's pressing the general so hard, like asking all these questions about past stuff. And the general, man's just evil. And so he's just being evil about it. He's like, "Hey, it's cool that everyone died. It was for the Empire. Empire for life." And Mr. Clean has just had enough, and so he pulls out the strap and blasts that man out of this life. And keep in mind, they're in an Imperial base with a bunch of stormtroopers, so eventually they pull up, do the regular stormtrooper thing, don't hit any shots, get owned, and Mando and Mr. Clean escape with the help of 2 phase members, helping them with support. And Boba eventually comes in. He picks them up. He comes in for the extract, comes in for the exfil, around 30 exfil from zombies, and takes them out, takes them over to safety. And so they did it. They got the coordinates, and from there, so I had mentioned that Mr. Clean was in prison. They basically let him know, like, "Hey, if you don't say anything, we won't say anything. You can go. You can leave." And so he just kind of runs off. He's a free man. He helped them out. He killed the general. He blew up all the meth supplies that they had delivered. Make sure no evil is done with them. So they let him go. They're like, "Hey, bro, your vibes have been pretty chill today, so we're just gonna let you go. We're gonna let you go." And then from there, they head off in Boba's ship, seeking out Moff Gideon. Mando basically sends him a FaceTime, and he's like, "Look, bruv, you've got something that I want. You have no idea how much Baby Yoda means to me. I love him." And that's pretty much where it ends. And he just lets him know, like, "Hey, I'm pulling up. Be ready. I'm about all the smoke. It's on site." And so that's where we leave that episode. And next episode, that's where we will pick back up. We're going to see them try to pull up on Moff Gideon. We'll see how that goes. And they're going to end up needing more help. There's no way that they pull that off. And I don't even think they will pull it off next episode. I think it's going to leak over into Season 3. And they're going to need help from some unnamed Jedi. Whether that's like Luke or Ahsoka or Cal. But they're gonna need help from someone, and that's where it's gonna bleed over into the next episode. We'll see if they try to get like Bo-Katan and the other Mandalorians or something to help, because that would be helpful. But we shall see. So overall, solid episode. And as always, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. It's been your boy Entwine Rope, aka Entwine Rope, and I'm signing out. Peace.